Everyone, in this video I am going to explain IEEE 802.11 project physical layer. Okay, how we are going to implement this project in the this physical layer. What are the techniques you are used to implement? What are the modulation technique you are going to use? Which are the bands you are going to use? What the data rate you are going to discuss in this physical layer of this IEEE 802.11 project. Okay, we will discuss this six type IEEE 802.11 FHSS. What is FHS? Means frequency hopping spread spectrum. Next, DSS. What is mean by DSS? Nothing but direct sequence spread spectrum. Next type is IEEE 802.11 infrared. Next one is IEEE 802.11a OFDM. OFDM means optical frequency division multiplexing. Next one is IEEE 802.11b DSSS direct sequence spread spectrum. Last one is IEEE 802.11g. These are the three types. These are the six types we are going to discuss one by one. These are the six. 1 2 3 4 5 6. These are the up to this we are going to discuss. Last one we are not going to discuss. According to our syllabus, only 6 is there. FHSS, DSSS, none, OFDM, DSSS, OFDM. Okay, these are the 6 we are going to discuss here. In above all implementation, expect the infrared operates in the ISM band. What is mean by ISM band? Industrial, scientific, medical band. Okay, ISM band defines 3 unlicensed band in the 3 range. Means it is going to defined in unlicensed 3 bands. Means 3 ranges. First one is 902 to 928 megahertz, 2.4002 to 4.835 gigahertz, and 5.725 to 5.850 gigahertz. These are the 3 unlicensed band in the range. These are the 3 ranges of ISM band. Okay, we are going to discuss one by one. Now we are going to discuss IEEE 802.11 FHSS. What is mean by FHSS? Frequency hopping spread spectrum. Okay, you can see that this is the figure represent the physical layer of IEEE 802.11 FH. Okay, next IEEE 802.11 FHSS use the FHSS mode. Means it going to use this physical layer going to use this technique. FHSS. What is meant by FHSS? Frequency hopping spread spectrum method will be used. This FHSS use the 2.4 gigahertz ISM band. Okay, it's going to use the second range of ISM band. Next one is the band is divided into 7 sub band of 1 megahertz. Means it's going to divide the large band will be divided into 79 sub band. Each band will be 1 megahertz. Okay. Next, the a pseudopod number a pseudopod number grade generator select the hopping sequence. Means the pseudopod number generate select the hopping sequence. Means here pseudopod number will be generate the pseudopod number generator select the hopping sequence. You can see here pseudopod sequence is used. Why this pseudopod sequence is used to select the hopping sequence? Okay, here you can see that hopping sequence is used. Why this pseudopod sequence is used? Because this pseudopod number generator select the hopping sequence. It's going to select the hopping sequence. Next, the modulation technique is either 2-level FSK or 4-level FSK with the 1 or 2 bits per band. Means we are going to use 2-level or 4-level FSK. What is meant by FSK? Frequency shift keying. Okay, this is the modulation technique we are going to use in this FHSS. Okay, next, result in the data rate of 1 or 2 Mbps. Means at last you are going to get the data rate of 1 or 2 Mbps. Okay, this is the explanation for IEEE 802.11 FHSS. Next, we are move on to IEEE 802.11 D. Next one is IEEE 802.11 DSSS. What is meant by 3SS? Direct sequence spread spectrum. Here you can see that this is the figure represent the IEEE 802.11 DSSS physical layer. It's going to use DSSS method. Means this physical layer of IEEE 802.11 DSSS going to use DSSS method. Okay, DSSS use the ISM band range of 2.4 gigahertz. Means it's going to use 2.4 gigahertz ISM band. Here also we are going to use same band only, 2.4 gigahertz ISM band. Here also we are using the same 2.4 gigahertz ISM band. Okay, next, the modulation technique in this specification is PSK. at the 1 megabaud per second. Here we are going to use PSK. PSK means we are going to use PSK modulation. PSK means phase shift key modulation we are going to use. Okay. Next, the system allow 1 or 2 bits per band, nothing but BPSK or QPSK. Okay. Next, the result in the data rate of 1 or 2 Mbps. Okay. Mbps. Here also same data rate. Here also same data rate we are going to get. These are the two physical layers of IEEE 80.11. Next we are going to see third type. Third type is IEEE 802.11 infrared. Okay. IEEE 802.1 infrared use the infrared light in the range 800 to 950 nanometers. Means it going to use infrared light in the range 800 to 900 nanometer. Okay. 800 to 950 nanometers. Okay. The modulation technique is called pulse position modulation. Here you are going to use modulation technique is called as PPM, means pulse position modulation. Next, for 1 Mbps data rate, 4-bit sequence is first mapped into 16-bit sequence in which only 1 bit is set to 1 and rest are set to 0. Means here you can see that we are going to send 4-bit sequence, you can see that we are going to send 4-bit sequence first mapped to 6-bit sequence in which 1 is set to 1, all others are set to zeros. Same way for 2 Mbps data rate, here 2-bit sequence is first mapped into 4-bit sequence in which only 1 bit set to 1, other set are to 0. Okay. Next, the mapped sequence are then converted to optical signal. The presence of light specify 1, the absence of light specify 0. Means they are telling that the mapped sequence are then converted to optical signals. Means this will be converted to optical signals. Here if 1 is there means light is present, if there is a 0 light is absent. That's it. Okay. That is the IEEE 802.11 infrared. Next we are going to discuss next type is IEEE 802.11a OFDM. What is meant by OFDM? Orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. OFDM is orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. IEEE 802.11a orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, the OFDM method for single signal generation in a 5 gigahertz ISM band, means we are going to generate the signal using IFDM using the band 5 gigahertz ISM band. Okay, next, OFDM is similar to FDM, means nothing but frequency division multiplexing. The OFDM is similar to FSDM with two major changes. Only there will be two changes between OFDM and FDM. What is the two changes? We'll see. All the sub bands are used by one source at a given time, means all the sub bands are used by one source at a given time, means only one source will use all the band at the given time. Okay, next one is source connected with the another source connected with one another at the data link layer for access, means the source connected with one another, the source will be connected with one another at the data link layer for the access. This source will be connected one another at the data link layer for accessing purpose. Okay, next one is the band is divided into 52 sub band, out of 52 you can say that 48 sub bands are used for sending 48 groups of bit at a time, means out of 22 we are going to use 48 sub band for sending 48 groups of bit at a time. Another 4 sub bands are used for sending the control information. These 48 sub bands are used for sending the 48 groups of bit at a time. These four sub bands are used to sending the control information. Okay, next the scheme is similar to ADLS. The scheme is similar to ADLS. What is meant by ADLS? ADSL means asymmetric digital subscribed line. Okay, ADSL means asymmetric digital subscriber line. Okay, next divide the band into sub band. Remember the effect of the interference. Okay, if the sub bands are used randomly, security can also be increased, means if the sub bands are used randomly, so our security will be increased. Next, OFDM use PSK and QAM for modulation. Here we are going to use PSK, pulse shift keying. Next one is QAM. What is meant by QAM? Okay, QAM is nothing but quadrant amplitude modulation. Okay, here the common data rate are 18 Mbps for PSK and 54 Mbps for QAM. Okay, there will be a 2 data rate. If you are using PSK means 18 Mbps. If you are using QAM means 54 Mbps. Okay, data rate. Next IEEE 802.11b DSSS. What is mean by DSSS? We already discussed. Here you can see that direct sequence spread spectrum. Okay, direct sequence spread spectrum, DSSS. Okay, IEEE 802.11b ISSS describes the HRDSSS method for signal generation in the 2.4 gigahertz ISM band. Means we are going to describe the HRDSSS. What is mean by HRDSSS? I rate direct sequence spread spectrum. Means we are going to describe the HRDSSS. HRDSSS means I rate direct sequence spread spectrum. Okay, next this HRDSSS is similar to DSSS. Means direct rate this direct rate spectrum is similar to HRDSSS. Okay, the one major difference is HRDSSS uses the encoding method called as CKK, means complementary code keying. Here in HRDSSS there is a one difference with DSSS is this use CKK as a encoding method. CKK is nothing but complementary code keying. Okay, next, to be backward, here CKK encode 4 or 8 bit to 1 CKK signal. Means CKK encode 4 or 8 bit to 1 CKK. Okay, means here they are telling that CKK encodes 4 or 8 bit to 1 CKK signal. You can see that this is converted to here. Okay, next this is converted to 1 CKK symbol. Next, to be backward compatible with DSSS, HRDSSS define 4 data rates. Means to be backward compatible with DSS. Okay, this HRDSSS define 4 data rates. One is 1, 2 and 1 to 5.5 and 11 Mbps. Okay, they are using 4 data rates. One is 1, 2, 5.5 and 11 Mbps. Okay, next, the first two versions means 1 and 2. 1 and 2 Mbps use the same modulation technique as DSSS. Okay, the version 5.5 Mbps use BPSK and transmit at 1.375 M bound per second with 4-bit CKK encoding. Means here they are telling the 5.5 Mbps version use BPSK and transmit at the signal rate 1.37 megabound per second with using 4-bit CCK encoding. Next is 11 Mbps version. Next version is we completed 1, 2 and 5.5. We are going to discuss this 11 Mbps. Next version is 11 Mbps use QPSK transmit at the signal rate is 1.375 Mbps with 8-bit CKK encoding. Here we are going to use 4-bit. Here using 8-bit CKK encoding. This is our physical layer of IEEE 802.11b. Next, last one is IEEE 80.11g. This is new specification defined forward error this is new specification defines the forward error correction and OFDM using the 2.4 GHz ISM band. Next, the modulation technique achieves 22 or 54 Mbps data rate. Means this modulation technique result in the 22 or 54 Mbps data rate. It is backward compatible with 802.11b, but the modulation technique is OFDM. Means you are going to use modulation technique as OFDM. OFDM means orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. Okay, this is the end of IEEE 802.11 project. Tomorrow we will discuss Bluetooth. Okay, what is meant by Bluetooth, what is the architecture, that's all we are going to discuss in next video. Thank you one and all.